Hello, children of the internet. It is I, foggyseñor, and welcome once again to Let's Play Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. In the previous episode, we started making our way from the outskirts of Ashina up the way towards the castle. But there's quite a lot of obstacles in our way, and we are still trying to get used to being a badass shinobi, sword-wielding badass again. So we stopped poking at the path up to the Ashina castle and offered a bell charm that we received from an old lady. We offered it to the Buddha at the sculptor's dilapidated temple, and somehow we ended up here in the past, 3 years ago, at Hirata Estate. And we learned from Anayama the peddler, a merchant that we met in the Ashina outskirts, that first of all, the Hirata clan is part of the Ashina clan, so they answer to the Ashina family. And what else did we learn? We learned all kinds of stuff, and we're going to learn even more here today about what's going on, or what happened at Hirata Estate 3 years ago. First things first, though, we've just picked up some dowsing powder. Let's read about it. It is a medicine for treating burns. It heals the burn status abnormality, and for a time, decreases burn buildup, increases burn resistance, and reduces damage from incoming burn attacks. When fire is used on the battlefield, dowsing powder is crucial for survival. Fire doesn't get used too much, but there's definitely fire to avoid here at Hirata Estate, so I'm glad we've got some dowsing powder now. There was another guy patrolling this bridge up here, and oh, there he is. Murder. I've just murdered a fish. Not just any fish, it's a treasure carp. This is an item that's not really going to become... Well, I mean, it'll be somewhat useful for now, but the nature of this is not going to really be clear to us until later, what the point is of this, or why someone would want these. It is a sparkling scale from a treasure carp. To the average person, it is just a beautiful scale. But there are some who exalt a certain master, who consider these scales among the most precious things in the world. For this reason, collecting them could be worthwhile. So yeah, I guess we'll keep an eye out now for that. Our guy up on the bridge is suspicious. He's wondering... He must have seen the body. Too bad he's never going to solve the mystery. He's too busy being dead and giving me oil, plain oil. When the jar breaks, the oil covers everything nearby. Enemies doused in oil are easily set alight, causing them to take additional vitality damage from fire attacks and making them more vulnerable to the burn status abnormality. Yeah, all these guys at Hirata Estate are about trying to burn you. Not sure how I feel about it. Maybe I'll fight fire with fire. Okay, so... There's a guy over here. I seem to remember there being a dog. Yeah, there's the dog. Why did I do that? Let's use the correct prosthetic tool, shall we? Use the shuriken to murder his dog, and then I'll come out and slice him up like that. What do we have in the boat here? Mibu possession balloon. Okay, another kind of Mibu balloon. This one is imbued with a blessing of fortune. If one pops this vibrant green Mibu balloon and prays, those that its water splashes upon will have a higher chance of obtaining items. Okay. So we've got balloons for getting money, balloons for getting items. Having a look around to make sure that there aren't anything to be picking up. See, there's a fucking... You swim around this little area here. Hold on. Let's get up on this rocks and, hello. What? Excuse me? Is there a person in this jar? What are you doing in that jar? Get out of that jar. Okay. So this guy, Pot Noble Harunaga, purchase items with scales. He wants carp scales in exchange for stuff. And he's got definitely some stuff I've never seen before. But I only have one scale right now. You know what? I've seen some other carps around here. I'm gonna see if I can't collect some more scales. And then come and talk to this guy about that. Okay, there's another scale. I want to say 4 is how much we'll be able to collect in total, just sort of swimming around here. I have managed 5 before. I have managed to collect 5 scales. And I don't think you're supposed to be able to until a little bit down the line. Where are the carp that hang around this place? I do not see them. Come on now, there's got to be at least one more around here somewhere. There's one down there. I think this is the one that I managed to get him somehow. I managed to cut him up some way, somehow, on a previous run, and I was able to buy that, he was offering something called the floating passage text, which is actually a skill, a combat art, I think you buy from him, for scales. And I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to buy that until later, which is why it costs 5 scales. If we come out this way, though, I'm pretty sure this is a scale. Yep. One more scale for me. And we're gonna go head back out to him and see. I'm just gonna buy the red gourd from him that he was offering. Did I see? What did I just see? Did I see a treasure carp in the area? I can't lock onto anything, so I don't think there's one around. I'll keep an eye out. Oh, here we go. Alright, got his ass. That is one more treasure carp, and that actually puts us up to 2 skill points as well. Don't worry about it, guy. I'm gonna hold on to my scales then, I guess. For right now, I'm gonna hold on to my treasure carp skills. Because I have... Do I have 4? They should be... Yeah, I've got 4. I think you can pick up another one a little bit ahead, a little bit down the way in Hirata Estate. I think I'm gonna hold on and see if I can't pick up one more scale and then buy that floating passage text. The Withering Red Gourd, yeah, we'll go look at what he sells right quick. Let's go look at what he's selling and read about them. That way we're informed, I guess. Hello, hello, yes, I do. Yeah, so he's offering Divine Grass, which is a secret medicine that fully restores vitality and cures all status abnormalities. One small part of Ashina is exceedingly old. The ancient soil, rocks, and water that pervaded the land are said to have attracted the attention of the gods. The Dr. Dojin studied the plants in this ancient place, resulting in the recipe for this special medicine. A small part of Ashina, exceedingly old, an ancient place. The ancient soil, rocks, and water that pervaded the land are said to have attracted the attention of the gods, huh? I see. And we have, this is the Withered Red Gourd. It might be worth buying, but I'm going to hold off. It's not exactly crucial to surviving Hirata Estate, but it can help. This is basically like our Healing Gourd, except it works against burn. It doesn't heal, it can't heal burn if you get that status, if you get burned, if it builds up fully. This isn't going to heal it, but if you drink this before fighting people that are using anything burn, any fire, then this is going to increase your resistance, so it's sort of helpful, but it's not the greatest thing to have. It's like I like having the items that heal the abnormalities. I'm more reactionary than preparatory. We have a mask fragment, the right piece of a mask, a fragment of an old dancer's mask. The original must have been broken into several pieces, and this fragment appears to be the right side of the mask. This is very expensive, and it is expensive for a good reason. The mask that you can assemble out of these fragments is more useful on a New Game Plus run. I'm not going to talk about what the mask does. We might end up getting it later somehow, and then we can talk about it, but here's our floating passage text. A compendium on the combat art floating passage, a skill unlocked upon acquiring this item. Unleash attacks in a flowing dance-like form, overwhelming enemies in a furor of graceful aggression. This technique belongs to the Ashina Sword School, though it has been deemed heretical due to its foreign origin. Foreign. It's foreign, and thus it is heretical to practice this technique. It belongs to the Ashina Sword School, though. What? It belongs to a school, but it's also heretical because it's foreign. I wonder. Unleash attacks in a flowing dance-like form. Overwhelm enemies. I like the sound of that. I'd love to overwhelm somebody. Okay, well, I'll be back to give you skills if I find another one. You may or may not see me again tonight, Mr. Pot Noble. Alright, crouch down. I am going to shuriken some dogs. How's this guy not seen me? How does he not realize what's happening? I'm gonna come down here and kill this guy. If for nothing else than for the items experience money that I get off of it. Alright, I think that we have fully explored this sort of opening area of Hirata Estate. We can sort of jump the wall and start seeing what the rest of it has to offer me. Can I... Is this real life? Let me jump over, please. Good lord. Hi. I didn't mean to introduce myself to you so stupidly, but I guess that's where we're at now. You gonna come this way and fight me, you fool? Okay. Put him to rest. Nobody else is coming to fight me, so let us commune with this sculptor's idol. And first things first, I'm going to acquire the Mikiri counter. Yes. Gimme. Alright, we've learned it. Now let's learn it for real. We have to learn how to do it. We need to press B the moment that an enemy thrust attack lands. That's how you do a Mikiri counter. So, it's like deflecting, but with the B button. Awesome. If anybody attacks me, then they're gonna get what's coming to them. You believe me now? Alright, I'm not gonna rest. I've only taken a tiny little bit of damage, and I think I'm just gonna press forward. I've got healing gourds. I'm ready to go. I've got my Mikiri counter now. Got some more sugar. More Ungo sugar. Did I pick up 3? Is that what? I just picked up 3 of them? Or... yeah, I guess so. I had 3 and I picked up 3 more. Gee whiz, man. Yeah, so you can use this wall, sneak around the side like this and then get back behind those guys, and then I can come get a stealth death blow on this guy. I don't even have to worry about those guys over there. I could fight them, but do I want to? I don't know. I'm gonna sort of hang out here and see if that guy turns around and goes somewhere else, maybe. Maybe. Nope, he's just sort of watching with torch in hand. If I jump over onto the roof, okay, this works. This'll do just fine. Let's fall down. I'll hug the wall, peek around and see. I heard a dog. I hope that dog is not coming to... I hope they didn't smell me. Don't smell me, dog. Hug the wall. All I've really got is that guy. I'm sure that there's at least another dude in this building on the other side of this wall from me. We gotta be real careful now about how we go. Holy shit. How did that guy not see me? I don't know, I don't care. I need to... Okay. Nobody heard that? Really? There are 3 guys out there. I need to get up top, is what I need to do. This is my new plan, is to get them from up top of the building here. Because they're all just sort of hanging out down... well, no. Where'd they go? Alright. There's 3 guys here. The guy with the axe is gonna be the most threat to me, so I'm gonna leap off of the building and get a death blow like that. I'm gonna come over here and quickly... This guy has a bow and arrow. Not exactly the smartest weapon to have versus me, but whatever. Do I want to go back up there and kill those 2 guys? Just cause? I guess I could. Well, can I? Can I get back up there from here? Yeah, just barely. Whoops. Let's get over here where that guy can't do anything. Hey, asshole! Okay. Down goes those guys. I guess I'll use a pellet. Instead of my gourd. Okay. All of these guys have been dealt with. I can sort of have a look around for items and such. Ah, here we go. What's back here? More sugar. I guess I can start using those. Picking up quite a few of them at this point. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let's get a proper look. There's a fire out there. Seems like there's at least one guy sitting next to it. No, I see a couple guys, I think. I did that just trying to get rid of some dogs in this area. Very good. Suspicious idiot. Can't figure it out. You can't figure it out? Maybe you should look. Maybe you should look around for a person. Somebody who did that. Or might have could done that. The most annoying thing in this area is this guy up here. And the problem with getting to that guy up there is fucking... Stop it. Just stop it. Don't even try, guy. Wait, really? They gave up? Okay. That's fine.
おお、よく燃えるの。火吹き筒とはよく言ったものよ。景気づけにはぴったりだ。ちげえね。新規臭い田舎屋敷だ。せめて最後くらいはパーッとね。
I don't know if that's respectful or not. I don't think it is. I earned a skill point, and you know what I want to do with my skill point? Is run all the way back to the sculptor's idol and see if there isn't something I could use it on. Spend my skill points before I run ahead and fight more guys. What to acquire with my skill point? Whirlwind Slash I could buy, or I could also get Run and Slide, which allows me to slide into a crouched position when I'm sprinting, okay? Suppress presence. This is also important. Suppress presence. I think I'm going to be saving up for this. I don't want to spend my skill point. I lied. Suppress presence is the next thing I want. And I will explain why when we get to the point in the early game when that skill really becomes useful. Well, it's useful plenty of the time, but there's one part of the game specifically that I like to have my suppress presence for. We've got an idiot back here taking a piss. Good night, idiot. You pissy idiot. And this guy is too drunk. Or these guys hanging out around the fire. Let me see if I can't get this guy to come over and give me a good thrust attack. There we go. There's an example of a Makiri counter. He thrusted, and I stepped on his sword. Who's that? Back the fuck off. Back the fuck off. Let me collect my fistfuls of ash and my flame barrel. Here we go. So yeah, we learned about the flame barrel from Anayama the peddler in the previous episode. And I pretended to wonder, you know, about the nature of that memo he gave us, because he was talking about, I saw this thing like years ago at the Hirata Estate, and I was like, well, that doesn't help me. How am I going to find it based on that? But here we are, we've traveled to the past, and now we've found the bonfire he was talking about. They made a bonfire with this flame barrel, some of his friends. It is an iron barrel that spews fire. It is difficult to control the rage-filled red eyes with the power of man alone. However, a fire-based weapon could be a means of resisting them. They are said to fear fire above all else. Yes, any enemy, it isn't just that ogre up top of those stairs that we met in the last episode. There are other red-eye enemies, and this fire rule applies to all of them. They do fear it. Okay, we're picking up some stuff. Pellets, dowsing powders, wealth balloons. Lots of goodies. I want to come through here and get... These houses have some spirit emblems in them. I'll just collect, go on a little collect-a-thon, get some spirit emblems, restock. Alright, we're headed up the path now. We have got this goober. Good night, goober. So, whenever you kill that guy, for whatever reason, they've put enemies on the other side of that wall, and they get all suspicious when they hear you fighting him, but they're never gonna come over here, so... Let's talk to this dying fool.
Oi. お主、確か、忍びよな。であれば、王道の忍びよの奴らを、頭蓋を叩き割って、
Because you asked nicely, and because you're dying... Wait, they are coming over here. Hey! Is this for real? Come on now. Well, everybody's coming to check it out, huh? I'll just jump up top of this wall so no one... Well, I was gonna say so no one can see me, but... But there goes that idea. Okay, this is the rooster area. Come on then. Let's get it over with. You know what? I'm just gonna start killing. I'm tired. I'm so sorely tired. Please, I just want No more indicators. No more enemy suspicion indicators. I'm tired of seeing it. Okay. Now I can get a proper look around without worrying about that. Nope, there's still more roosters. For fuck's sake. Are we done? Are we done with the roosters? Have I killed them all? I just want to get my items and move on. 3 more Ungo sugar? Do they... Am I supposed to be using those through Hirata Estate? Is that the idea? Do they want me just getting fat on Ungo's sugar? Okay, so that, is this the path? Yeah, we came up this path here. Back this way is... Hold on.
次はこのお堂ですかい？いや、そこはいい。次に行くぞ。けんど、供え物でもあれば重蔵様に。やめんか。仏様には手出し無用。何度言やわかるんだ、タコが。怒らないでおくれよ、兄貴。タコでごめんよ。
You could stick up for yourself a little bit, guy. I'm sorry my skull's so thick. Oh, a new sugar. Gokan sugar. Sugar candy made by shinobi hunters of Misen Temple. Okay, this isn't from Senpo. It's sustaining Gokan's blessing. Reduces posture damage taken for a time. Bite the candy and take the Gokan stance to impart its inhuman benediction. Misen monks are well versed in the art of killing shinobi, an undertaking that demands a body with an unshakable core. Gotcha. I'm gonna come over here and unbar this gate, and when we see the other side of it, I think we will all be very pleased. Yes. Down there is our sculptor's idol, and here's some of the guys that we killed on the way in here. So these guys that we've eavesdropped on are guarding this little temple over here, and that's the temple that guy, the dying man, mentioned. It has a shinobi axe inside of it, which I would very much like to have. Okay. Loot those guys, and let's check out this little temple here. We have acquired the shinobi axe of the monkey. The monkey? What monkey? This a heavy black iron axe used by shinobi. This boorish axe is used less for cutting and more for breaking things with its weight. Once the favored weapon of a shinobi, known as the bounding monkey of the sunken valley, it was lost, along with his left arm. A shinobi who lost his left arm and was known as the bounding monkey of the sunken valley. Okay. Have we met anybody who's lost their left arm other than me? I am a shinobi who lost my left arm, but I don't think I have gone by any name other than Wolf. Okay, so that's the temple. We've got the shinobi axe of the monkey. If we jump over, hold on. I'm gonna jump up here and just sort of show. You see some guys up at the top of the stairs there with some wooden shields. They're holding them out in front of them. That's what we need the shinobi axe of the monkey for, is to split shields. Split shields apart so that we can get to the good meaty meat of people that we need to kill. Hello, you look familiar.
Oh, Danna! あんたも火事場泥棒ですかい？旦那は見たとこ、忍びですかね。何か探し物でも？まあ何にせよ、 ここはあっしが先に見つけた場所でさ。様子を漁ってください。ああ、そういえば、どっかの崖上に三重の塔が見えやしたぜ。あんだけご立派な塔だ。きっと中にはお宝がしまわれてるに違いねえ。あっしならそう思いやすね。
A 3-story pagoda with some treasure, probably.
ねえ、旦那、よそを漁ってくださいよ。
It's not much to go off of.
三重の塔が見えやしたぜ。あんだけご立派な塔だ。きっと中にはお宝がしまわれてるに違いねえ。あっしなら。
Alright. Since when am I interested in what you think, guy? Doesn't matter. If you come over the little gate there, into the woods, into these little sort of bamboo woods, then there is a item back here. A bundled Jizo statue. Small Buddha effigy bound in red cloth. Raise in prayer between one's palms to restore a node of resurrective power. To enswathe, a Jizo statue is to express feelings of parental love. The bundle of cloth is to at least ensure that the little one goes on in peace. Okay. Parental love. Why does doing that give me resurrective power? What is resurrective power? We don't know what that is yet. Whatever. There aren't any enemies in this area over here, but there are some windows with some people that we can talk to.
誰ですか？
族ではない。
あなたは若様の。あ、よかった。忍び殿、族どもの目的は若様です。あやつらはすでに竹林坂上にいたり、お屋敷に火をかけています。若様の脱出も叶わなかったご様子。お願いです、忍び殿。若様をお救いください。これをあなたに託します。
Antidote powder. Yes, we've got antidote powder. Thank you, though. I could always use more. Thank you very much. The young lord should still be somewhere within the estate. We'd gotta... Okay. Alright. Cool, cool. Thanks for the info. Buh. This is an eavesdrop. What am I eavesdropping?
いや、行かねばならぬ。族どもの中に忍びなりの僧兵が混ざっている。あれは手だれよ。どうしても私が行かねば。
無理です。この傷ではとても。
A shinobi hunter among the bandits? That's interesting. Why?
お主、若様の忍びじゃな。
おう。
肝心な時におらぬとんだ役立たずめ。いや、もしや、お主賊を手引いたのではあるまいな。さもなくばこの平田屋敷が、こうもあっけなく落ちようものか。そうよ。そうに違いないわ。いねえ。裏切り者はいねえ。
Alright, so this is another important tidbit of information contributing to everything else we've learned about what's going on here. This guy thinks it was an inside job. Somebody must have tipped these bandits off to let them know that this would be a great time to hit the Hirata Estate. He thinks it's me. I disagree. It's probably not me. But we have done basically everything there is to do before heading up that path and fighting those shield guys, so we can't go up there yet. We're gonna need to fit our prosthetic tool to... What in the fuck? That's so weird. The enemy, like, spawns in and then ragdolls as I get close. I don't like that. I'm saving my skill points, that's correct, that's right. So let's go ahead and head to the dilapidated temple. We've got some stuff to put on my prosthetic tool here. On my prosthetic arm. I've also unlocked the Makiri counter training with Hatenbei the Undying, so I'm gonna go do that training in a second after we get these prosthetics fitted.
あれは夢なのか、それとも誠にあったことなのか。
さてな、夢かうつつか、わしにも定かなことはわからん。一つ言えるのは、仏様は、お前さんの古い記憶を起こしてくださっているだけじゃ。お前さんがどう思い、どう覚えていたか、すべてはそれ次第じゃ。
見るものすべてが正しく起こったことかはわからぬ。
そういうことじゃ。
Okay, good. So, the confusion is a feature, not a bug. Good, because I was feeling mighty confused about all that. Let's go ahead and get the axe and flame vent put on my shit here. The loaded axe, the strength of the loaded axe lies in its heft. One strike can easily turn a wooden shield into splinters or shred an enemy's posture, yeah. And the flame vent is, it deals fire damage to enemies via a short-range blast of fire while also inflicting burn status. It is difficult, yeah, okay, we've read that already. The flame makes them tremble.
随分と腕に馴染んできたようじゃな。お前さん、これを取っておきな。
Okay, we've earned ourselves another prosthetic, another esoteric text. This is the prosthetic style book. It is written by a man who abandoned the path of the shinobi, but could not bring himself to discard his painstaking research. He never expected to pass these on to anyone else.
これは
お前さんの牙でどう噛み殺すか。それが書いてある。要は、忍び義手を使った戦いの術じゃな。
わかった。
まったく、義手の忍び技など、もはや無用と思っておったが、わからんものよな。
So we were past a text that said that the writer of the text was a shinobi and didn't think that they would ever be passing this research on, which they couldn't. It's research that they did but couldn't let go of after they gave up their shinobiing ways. So yeah, you're gonna lend me shelter anytime, of course. I'll let you make the connection yourself, but this guy sitting here also happens to be missing his left arm. Actually, you know what? He might have some dialogue about that. No, I guess not. Okay. I guess I don't get any extra dialogue about the axe. That guy's the monkey. That is the bounding monkey of the sunken valley. This is him right here. I know it's hard to believe that this guy could bound or leap anywhere, but he was doing it at one point.
Oh.
Lady Emma, do you have anything new for me? Emma the physician. Nope, she's gonna say the same thing about that crap, and I don't have any gourd seeds to give her, so cool. I'll just leave her there. I'm gonna come up here and do this training. We've already seen the Makiri counter in action, but I'll make sure that I'm trained up on it. Alrighty. Training. Mikiri counter. A shinobi can perceive... Alright, yeah, we know how it works. I've already read that at some point. Oh my god, what a horrible way to die. Oh my goodness, that's so gross and... Oh, ugh. Revolting. Okay, we've done the combat. Yep, you're at my disposal. Thank you for being at my disposal. Alrighty. I am now going to... well, you know what I think I want to do? I think I know exactly what I want to do. I want to... that doesn't even matter what I equip here, really. I want to travel, back here to the stairway. I'm not gonna fight the ogre quite yet, but our merchant is here. And, all you have to do is rest one time after you give him the money to start up his little shop. If you come up here and rest and then come, walk back down to him, he'll have stuff in stock, but... I'm not worried about that, or I wasn't worried about that earlier. Now is the time for buying stuff. Okay, what are you packing? Ah, okay. Not much, really, but one important item that we're not going to be able to afford this for a while. But we can read about it, I guess. It is the Phantom Kunai, a kunai used by Lady Butterfly that can be used to upgrade the loaded shuriken. A ringing sound is heard when the kunai is thrown, and phantom butterflies appear in the kunai's trail. Since childhood, Lady Butterfly had accumulated much experience in Usui's forest, far from civilization, along Tozan Trail. His forest is filled with mist and mystifications, making it ideal for training in illusion techniques. Okay. Illusion. Illusion, huh? I don't like the sound of it. But I think what I want to do is buy... there's not really anything I want to buy at any merchants right now. But I don't want to be carrying around Sen on my person as we get into the next part of the game, which is we're going to be taking on some mini-bosses, and I don't want to lose coins if I die. So I'm going to buy 5 of this guy's light coin purses, and I guess I'll buy a pellet as well. Just buying stuff so that I have the least amount of money on my person. I don't really need ceramic shards or fistfuls of ash, and you pick those up all over the place anyway.
ところで旦那、聞いてください。あっしはね、商いをもっと大きくしたいと考えてやす。このアシナはいつ滅びるかもわからねえ。いわば沈みかけた船だ。つまり、成り上がる好機じゃねえかと思うんでさ。そこで一つ頼みがありやす。なんだ？アシナの侍どもが今欲しがっているものは何か探ってきちゃくれやせんか。そいつが分かれば、アシナの侍どもと取引ができやす。旦那は忍びだ。敵方から情報を仕入れるいい耳をお持ちのはず。ぜひお願いしやす。
Okay, so we've got a little NPC side quest here. He wants us to find out what the Ashina soldiers need so that he can stock up and sell it to them. So if we get the opportunity to eavesdrop at some point and learn anything about what the Ashina soldiers are looking for, then we'll come back and let him know about it. But that is, I think, going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be exploring Hirata Estate and Ashina outskirts a little bit more. We'll head up the stairs and fight that ogre, and there's some mini-bosses in Hirata Estate we'll be fighting. We're going to be putting our new prosthetic tools to the test. is really what it comes down to. So, look forward to all of that in the next episode. Until then, I have been foggyseñor. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao now.